Hey guys, how's everybody doing tonight? This is just a pop-up because, well, I couldn't sleep and I wanted to craft. And Melissa is back out on the boat and Denise is at work. And so I was like, well, let me just do it live. That way, if anybody is up and wants to hang out and chit-chat while I craft, then they can. Oh, I forgot to put on Do Not Disturb again. So hold on, bear with me. Okay, wrong side. I need it from over here. Put that down. Do Not Disturb. There we go. So I'm going to make, last night I made this little batty lantern. Now I'm going to make one that's a snowman. That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. For some reason he doesn't want to stand up right now, so he can just lay down. Okay, so I'm getting my mat ready for my first cut. And I need the vellum, so that's the first pieces that's going to cut. And they, in the picture, I think they use blue vellum, but I don't have color vellum, so I'm just using regular vellum here. I'm going to lay this down on my mat. And then, for those that are curious, I'm using a Cricut Maker 3. So, put that down on my mat. It's telling me next. I'm going to connect to the Maker. And I'll be able to see the chat in a few minutes. Vellum. I don't think vellum is here. Go to all materials. I have to go down to paper. Fabric. Let's get to paper because vellum is under paper. Maybe I missed it. No, here we go. Here's paper. So I'm looking for vellum. V-E-L-L-U-M, I think is how it's spelled. Ah, there we go. Vellum. Now it's telling me to load, and my blade is already in there. So I'm gonna... This one won't take very long. Just get it all up in there. And then load it. And then let's... While that's doing that... I don't know what just got knocked off. Let's open up our chat. In case anybody's here saying hello, so I can say hello back. Let's go to my channel. Press go. Go. Oh, there's 3 of you watching. Hello. Hi, Dee. Hi, Dave. Hi, Denise. How are you? I'm so glad you're here, Dee and Denise and Dave. I am, like I was saying earlier, I'll be checking back and forth with the, chat. All the D's are here. It sure is. Dee, Denise, and Dave. Alphabetized, though. It should be Dave, Dee, and Denise. Alright, so it's telling me to unload it. Let me go back to that. I gotta change out. I'm only using the one mat. If you have more than one mat, I suggest that, hey, wait, did that even cut it? Yeah, it's just so hard to see. I suggest loading your mats up in order by color if you have more than one mat. I just didn't want to pull out more than one mat. So, do this upside down so that way I'm not curling my vellum if I can help it. This, if I had the blue mat, I would have done it on a blue mat because that didn't need to be that sticky. I don't know where my, so I'm just going to come up here and pull these off. So what is everybody doing tonight? It is Tuesday. And I don't usually do a live on Tuesday, but I couldn't sleep, so I was like, I want to craft, but I didn't want to craft alone. So I decided to come on here and see if anybody was on here. Alright, the rest of them are gonna be medium cardstock, so I need to get my white cardstock. Uh-oh. Where's my white cardstock? I know where it's at. It's right here. My cardstock's right here. So these little lanterns, guys, these designs are in Design Space if you're a Cricut user. They're really quite simple. I mean, they could be a tad bit frustrating if you've got fumble fingers, or, you know, if you're somebody with low patience, you might get a little frustrated. Line this up. I'm trying to make sure my paper is on here straight. There we go. That's good enough. Now, I have a brayer, and it should be right here next to me, but of course, you know, that would be Linda keeping everything organized. What did everybody get into today? Alright, now we're going to load it. This one's going to take a few minutes, so I'll be able to come back into chat. I'm just going to load that. And then when the arrow light flashes, then I'll click it. Hi, Margot, how you doing tonight? Yeah, it's a pop-up. I saw that. A lot of ears. Oh, Sharon, hey, you have made 200. Oh, you're almost at 365. I'm telling you, you're never gonna have to wear the same pair of earrings more than I'm sorry, Dee. I really am truly sorry. I know it's rough. You've got a good support system with Judy and your sister, though. What was I saying? Oh, Sharon. You'll never have to wear the same pair of earrings twice in 1 year once you hit 365. Just keep going. Go, 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 go. Oh, wait, is Mona here? Hi, Mona. I didn't see you pop in. Triple D in the house. The DDDs. Y'all are funny. And I have been working my A off making these earrings. I know you have. I know you have, and I'm rooting you on. You'll be all ready for Christmas or something. I don't know. Do you know 205 people to give earrings to? Oh, your 90-year-old mother saw Liz's duck earrings, and now you have to find some for her. Or I don't even know what the, I bet you can find them on Amazon. I don't know. Let me put this up in the phone holder. Yes, ma'am, I do, Linda. Well, there you go. You'll be ready for Christmas. Everybody, you get some earrings, and you get some earrings, and you get some earrings. So these are going to be the little things that go... Here, look. This one's going to be a snowman, though. The one I'm making is more Christmas. This one was Halloween, but if you look, you can see the vellum in there. And then you put a little tea light. You just push, like, this little piece right here out. Pop that out. Pop your tea light or whatever little light you're going to use in there. It's paper, so it has to be battery-operated light or something to that effect. And you pop that back in, and then your little guy will light up. It doesn't show well with this light I have on. Oh, here. I can show you this way. I mean, that's still cutting over there. That looks like it's got a little while to cut. So I got this little light here. I'll turn it on. Little tea light. And, we'll just slide that in there like that. We'll pop this back in like this. Oh, well, now it's going to all fall apart on me. It did it real cool. Okay. And then we're going to pop this one back in now. Like I said, it could be a little bit of a frustrating project. But there we go. Hang on, I'm going to turn this light off over here, so you guys can kind of see. Oop. You'll see it. And if it was dark, it would light up real good. Look real cool. Because it would all light up that orange. Wait a minute. Denise found the earrings for Dave's mom. And now Dave is like, thanks. Now, Denise, now I gotta buy 6 pairs. Is that what they do? They come in multi-packs. You could surprise her 6 times. How's work going tonight, Denise? That's cool that people want your earrings, Sharon. That's really cool. Do you sell them, or do you just do it for therapy and for yourself? I'm gonna have to check the link out and see exactly what they are. Boy, I didn't realize this was going to take this long. I thought, oh, this will be quick because the bat was cut out real quick. But I guess because this one has a scarf, and we're going to have to ink blend and do all that stuff. You just give your earrings away? Okay. So you basically make them for therapy then. I know, we gotta get a show going here. It's like, how boring can we be? Let's watch Linda's finger. I'm making the snowman one that has the belly like this, but it's a snowman. Okay, let me unload that. Yeah, I still got to figure out what I'm doing tomorrow too, but I wanted to do something, so it's like, it's called Snowman Lantern. It's in Design Space. Alright, so I have to unload all this off my mat, and then load another sheet of white, because I need to cut another bunch of white. See, we got all these snowman bits and pieces. I don't know if you guys can see all the indentions. Let's put our little bat up there. I was going to try to make that Dreaming Tree Violet's Mushroom House, but I got looking at it, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot of pieces. That's a lot. It's 16 layers that have to get cut. And that's going to take a while. And then putting it together is going to take like almost, because I'm going to have to watch Leo's thingamajigger. Okay, I'm just going to pop these off like this. So see, we get these little pieces right here. Gotta make sure all of our little bits that get cut out are off of it. And these will go, the vellum will get glued on there. And then when the light's in there, and you can even color your vellum with alcohol marker. I might do that. I might color them blue. But alright, let's get all these bits and pieces off here. Okay, this is no good. This is an important piece right here, so put it there. Important piece. Not important. Important piece. Put that over there. Another important piece. Now you could just like roll your mat and it'll help it come off without rolling your thingamajigger. See how it pops off when you just roll it? So we don't need that. We don't need that. We do, however, need this. him. So it's like a snowman lantern ornament, because he's got like a thing on top of his head. So you can hang him. You know, if you want to hang him on your tree, or you just want to hang him up somewhere. See, he's got the little thingamajigger there. Alright. Now I need to get all this off my mat. I don't know why they cut, I'm going to end up cutting another one of these out. If I'd have thought about it, I would have made it not do it. I really need to find my, it should be right up here. But that's what my brain does. It does a lot of that, especially at night. So, give me a second and I'll look at the chats and see if I'm missing anything. Alright, so now I know the next one is white also, right? Isn't that what we said? Yes. And we're going to choose medium. Cardstock again, because we're going to use the same. I'm using Cricut cardstock to cut this stuff. The only cardstock that wasn't Cricut was the vellum. But all the other cardstock is going to be lined up just right here at the bottom. It'll be lined up just right at the top. There we go. Cricut used to have in their clearance section, they used to always put their 12 by 12 papers. So when I had money, I would purchase them. So that when I wanted to do, they would always have them in clearance for like $5 something for a pack. I went and looked at them the other day just to see what the prices are nowadays, and I was like, oh, my jaw dropped. I didn't find any 12 by 12 with a cardstock. I saw 8.5 by 11. And then I saw the big, like, 12 by 24. I was like, what on earth? Alright, we're going to let that cut that. And while that cuts, I'm going to check the chat. Now the 12 by 24 is all that's on sale. Yeah, but if you think about it, okay, the 12 by 24, you can cut that down at 12 inches. And so, like, say it's a pack of 20. It's actually a pack of 40 of 12 by 12. So that's how you need to look at that. And that's what I would do. I would buy the 12 by 24 if it was on sale, and I would cut them in half and have the 12 by 12. But they didn't have a lot of selection, and the price was quite steep from what I remember it being. I remember it being under $10. That tells you how long it's been since I've done any online shopping and stuff. So these pieces are going to have to, like, let's see. This one goes on top, because this one goes like this into that slot. And this one, I'm going to go ahead and just do this part. It goes into that slot. So we have our little sphere. Hi, Cheryl. How are you doing? Oh, is it cool? I'm glad. Because one day I'm going to have a camera that points at the Cricut at the table and one at me. So I'm going to have 3 cameras one day so that I can just switch scenes. So, like, you can see me talking to you and we're having moments like this where there's nothing really going on the table, that we're just waiting on the Cricut to cut. And then, like, so you can see the Cricut when I'm loading things, and that day is coming. You may lose me. You're looking for your charger. Oh. Well, I hope you find your charger. Cheryl is saying hi to Sharon. Trixie is whining because she doesn't want to be up there on the bed by herself. All right, Mona, you have a good night. What, Trixie? What? If Denise went to work, I'd be like, come on up here, Denise. But Denise is at work, so she can't come up here and craft with me. She can't shoot the bull with me until tomorrow. I said goodnight to Mona, didn't I? If I didn't, Mona, goodnight. If I did, oops, I said it twice. Let's get all these little bits and pieces out of the way. Did you guys hear that machine? No. Yeah, then we can bullcraft. Exactly. But we can't do that till tomorrow because you're working tonight. So how many are actually craft? I ask this a lot, but I know Denise crafts. I know Cheryl knits. Sharon makes earrings. Margot does Cricut crafting and card making, because she told me that lawn fawn's her she loves lawn fawn. So you think you found what you're making tomorrow, still torn between Christmas and Halloween? Well, just think of it this way. You got either Christmas in July or Summerween. That's what they call Halloween in the crafting in the summer. Summerween. I just saw that the other day. Yesterday, matter of fact. I was watching videos on a bunch of DIY projects that some of them I'm like, what is that person thinking? Which is probably what a lot of you think when I'm crafting. And then some of the others I was like in awe. My jaw was like, oh, I have to do that. I saw this one woman. She made the cutest little elf doll, you know, little decoration. No, it wasn't meant for like kids. It was meant for decoration, but it looked like a little doll. And she made it with yeah, Summerween. That's what they're calling it on around. She made the most darling little elf girl, and she started the project. I was like, what on earth is she doing? With a soup can. And when she got done with everything, she had a soup can, she had some dowels, she had a styrofoam ball that she cut in half, and little pom-pom. But when she put it all together, it was the cutest little elf. I'm like, I have to make that. I got to figure out how to do that. So, and I think that was on a Facebook video. Okay, I think we're ready to unload. Let's see. Yep, unload. Okay, we gotta cut out some black. We gotta get this off our mat first. So now we have all of our little panels, our little snowflake panels. You could always do both if they're simple projects. You know, if they're only gonna take you like 30 minutes to do each of them. You know, some of these, once you get them all cut, that's the biggest thing. So if we do our cutting before we go live, which I should do more often, but I know a lot of people like to see they like to see the use of Design Space so that way they can navigate it too. Some people watch videos to learn. I don't know what this was for. I guess it's to go behind that. I don't know. But, alright, I gotta get all this off my mat. Gotta get all the paper off the mat. Now we're gonna put a black sheet of paper on there, because we're gonna be cutting out his hat and stuff. We're going to be cutting out it's going to look more than his hat, but his hat's what we're going for. It's just a whole other layer. So, and I don't know where my 8.5, I thought I still had 8.5 by 11 cardstock by Conquer the Night, but I don't know where I put it. I know I have some still. I just don't know where I stuck it. Alright, let's line that up. The more I use it, you know, I haven't used my Cricut. A Cricut, not my Cricut. I haven't used a Cricut in a while. So when I got this one, I'm like, I'm out of... So I'm doing simpler projects to get me back in the groove. Because it's been a while, guys. Alright, so we're going to medium cardstock. We're going to tell it to remember our settings. Which I didn't show you that. Get this over here. I chose the medium cardstock, and then right here it says remember material settings. So I clicked on that, and now I'm going to press the load button because it's flashing, saying load, load, load it. Load them, load them, load them. Get that paper loaded. Let's get that paper cut. This should cut fairly quick because there's no intricate pieces here. So it should go fairly quick. Alright, and it looks like somebody sent me a Facebook message, but I can't answer. Okay, I just pressed go. I can't answer any messages. Because, well... Alright, let's open this up and let's look at chat. Summerine, she's laughing. Hi, Ann. Hello. I absolutely love that little baby girl album. Absolutely love it. It was so pretty. Okay, Sharon says, okay, guys, I've got to go. Good night. I've been up 3 days straight, and now I'm exhausted. All right, Sharon, I hope you sleep well. Good night. And Denise says, hey, Ann, I've been watching your videos. Love your content. She does well, doesn't she? She does good with them videos. And Denise says, go to bed, Sharon. Get some sleep. See you tomorrow. Sharon says, good night, everybody. Okay, you guys all know what all was said. Look, see, that was fast. That one's already... I told you that one would be quick. That's it. We're done cutting. Finish. Do. Nope. Not doing a survey right now. I say it every time, and I'm going to say it again. Oh, wait. I want to make sure that I save my project. If it needs it, it don't need it. So I'm just going to close that out. Open up my chat again. Alright, so I've got my snowman. These two need to stay white. Let's get everything off the black mat real quick. I told you the black wouldn't take very long. And we got that piece. And we got this piece. This looks like a cauldron. Just take that piece off and that piece off, and I got a cauldron. It's not really supposed to be a cauldron, but that's what that makes me think of. So I'm saving all those little pieces that come out of that stuff. Alright, take these little dots off. I don't need them. Put them up there. Put our cover back on our mat. Turn our Cricut off because it doesn't need to be on anymore. And now, Scott! What is the BSSB? No better swinging. Hi. It sounds like you're about to say, Linda, better swing. Alright, these two have to stay white. We already put these two together. Now, what we need to do is we need to put this one on top of this one. So we're going to get our glue. I say, boy, get your glue. I'm telling you, Denise, we need to do a night show also, because I think, you know, when everybody's not sleeping and we can all be hanging out. But my luck, as soon as I say I'm going to do a show at a specific time of night, then I end up falling asleep. I'll end up being able to sleep. All right. So I want you guys to, you have to make sure you line these up. Yeah. And people, you know, there's more people that are watching our type of videos at night than they are, I don't know. I don't want to commit to it just yet. I need to think about it. So I have to line this up exactly right, because if I don't, matter of fact, I don't need to line it up there right. I need to line these notches up. So these notches all need to line up correctly. So like that notch needs to line up right there. And then this one needs to line up right there. And it's a little off, but it's okay as long as the notch is not off. Let's look over this way and make sure that it doesn't hang over, and it doesn't. Okay. Alright, now we're going to put this piece on. Yeah, once a month, just a pop-up would be good. I mean, you don't have a lot of nights off, so, you know, the Wednesday at 1 works for that. But a lot of our people are working and all that in the middle of the day when we're normally on. Yes, see, Cheryl will be up at 3 a.m. Like, if I'd went to bed already, I would too. That's why I've been missing shows, because I haven't been able to sleep. I've been going to bed and then waking up at 1 in the morning and going back to sleep at like 6 in the morning, and then everybody's coming on and I'm missing them. And Scott wants to know if Denise is going to be in Jimmy's live tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow. What time is Jimmy's? Is it in the morning? Alright, I'm trying to make sure that these little notches are all lined up. So there we go. We got that right there. Now, I need to do a little, let's put the hat on, and then we're going to do a little ink blending before we add the scarf. You'll still be here. Denise, ... please. You can Friday, but not tomorrow. Well, are you, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Are you working tomorrow night? 6 a.m. my time is Jimmy. Okay, now this one I want to line the little Dumaflachi up here, right? I want to line the whole hat up correct. That's what I want to do. I want to bring it like that. This is going to be cute, isn't it? Okay, so 6 a.m. my time is Jimmy. Friday, Jimmy show. Alright, now I need to do a little bit of ink blending. Well, we can add these. We can stick these where they go first. So that way you guys can see. So these here, there's a little notch. That little notch. See that notch? It has to feed in to that notch. So that feeds like that. And then this one will feed like that. But they will separate like this. And how they're going to separate like that are with these pieces. And I guess they're the same size. Let me double check just to make sure. They're the same size. Alright, now I did this backward when I did the bat, and I fought with it. So this part right here, I may end up fighting. Let's get our scarf where we can see in our... Because that's what I have to... These are the pieces I have to ink blend. This nose is what I have to color too. The then everything else can stay the same color. All right, so this piece here, these notches right here are what these are going to feed into. They're going to feed into that. This notch right here goes right into there, like that. Except only one of these goes in it. So like that, right? And then you want the one to completely on the other side of it. Boy, this is kind of not really the right size for this. Now, mind you, this is a Cricut file, guys, so I didn't put that. Come on, get up there. Get up there. It should fit. All right. And then we should... I feel like there's something, like something's not right. Something's missing. That's not right. That ain't right. Get that out of there. These, neither one of these go in with it first like that. So first bring it like this. See, this is the part that would get frustrating, especially if anybody has dexterity issues. Alright, then this one comes. That one goes up there and this one falls out. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Get in there. There you go. And then each of these should fit right into these slots. See, there's little slots there that they should just fit right up into. There we go. And you gotta do the same thing on this one. You gotta make sure that these slip into their slots there. And then this one slips into that slot. And you should, the only glue you should be having to use is for the hat, for this main piece here, that, and the scarf and stuff, and the nose. But for the part where the light goes, there's no glue needed. You'll be on bullcrafting tomorrow. Denise and I will both be on bullcraft tomorrow. Denise will be off tomorrow and Thursday. So you have to work on Friday night too then, is what I'm understanding. Yeah, no, I don't want to miss, I do not want to miss Thirsty Thursday, because I enjoy that show. I enjoy that show. Alright, so now I'm just doing the same thing, but on the bottom. I'm going to fight with the paper. I'm going to put that one like that. Don't put that on there until you get this one where it goes. There, like that. And this one here goes like that. And this one here goes down here like that. Whew. Fight with these papers, you know. It's like, come on, get on there. Get where you belong. There we go. It's harder when you have those other pieces already on, so do this part first if you make these, guys, because it'll just be easier. Look, I don't know why. Oh, because it's not in the... There we go. So, alright. Let's do some ink blending. And coloring here. Oh, that's a notch. Because that notch, because it goes over the thing. Okay. Alright. What color scarf do we want him to have? In the thing he has blue, but he had a blue hat on also. Oh, that other piece. I know what that other piece was. That's the hat band. That's the hat band. That's what that is. Ta-da! Figured it out. That goes to the hat. I think I just want... I'll do it blue, so it matches the hat. So it matches the scarf. We'll do the blue. We'll do clear skies from now on. Nothing but blue skies from now on. La la, la 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 la. Put your pen in your glue so you don't dry it up, Linda. Need a checklist. Is your pen in your glue? Are your settings correct? Alright. And this is where this little thing right here will come in very handy. Put that mat down. Get that black piece off there so it's not there. We'll put our scarf like that. And then our other scarfie like that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to make... I think we're going to leave this white and just have a blue and white scarf. So, said to myself, there you go. Didn't you start laughing for that thing you showed me? So I'm just going to make this nice and blue. And it'll pop through all that, and we'll leave that white so we have a blue and white scarf. I want it good and dark because I want it to shine through. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. I know I'm not singing it right, but it is what it is. Get back over here. Alright. And then let's do the hat band the same color. Guys, you know, my brain, it works better at night. I don't understand it than it does during the day. I don't get it. Alright. So there we go. So now our scarf and our hat band will match. And then we just need to color this orange. And we're going to use a marker because our magnifying glass so we can read these. Shine bright like a diamond. Alright, let's see. There we go. We got our orange blend. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? And we're going to do it light first so I can see what the light color looks like. Oh yeah, that's like plenty bright. That's plenty dark enough. We don't need it darker. I'm just going to slap the color on it. So that he's got his little carrot nose. All nice and orange. Nice bright orange there. And I'm going to pick it up. I have such a hard time keeping up with your days off. I'm no good at it. You'll tell me, and tomorrow I'm going to ask you again if you're working or not. But I think you said you're off tomorrow. Yeah, you'll be off tomorrow. Alright, that's all the coloring we need done, guys. Everything's colored. Now we can do gluing the rest of the stuff. Let's put our inks out of the way. Guys, if you use a Cricut or anything, these files are in Design Space. If you don't have a Cricut and you use like Silhouette or anything like that, you can find these types of files on Creative Fabrica. I don't know about Design Bundles, but also on Etsy you can find them. But this is definitely a Cricut Access one. This was in there. So, alright, now we're going to do some gluing. Gluing, gluing, gluing. We're going to get these babies glued. Let's put... Alright, so we're going to take this. Get that little extra piece that don't belong there out of there. I don't need all that glue. We're just gonna Scott, if you're still here, you were saying that you wanted one of those captain hats, and I was going to send it to you, but I still don't have your address. If you don't mind that I have your address to mail something to you, just let Denise know if it's okay or not, so she can give me the address. Or you can message me on Facebook and let me have it, either or. And then I can make you a big captain's hat for your wall. Alright, I don't know why I put the lid back on the glue. Because now I gotta glue this on here. Now this doesn't have to be glued because it has a notch, but I'm gluing it because I don't trust it. On my luck, I'll do something and it'll fall off and I'll lose it. Alright. So we're gonna line this up right here. I'm going to put this notch right there. I'm going to feed it down into the notch and line it up. There we go. Get the glue off his face. There we go. You know, when they did it, they did 2 different shades of blue, but I should have done the blue as the one outside, but it still looks good. I still like it. Alright, let's give him his hat band. Put a little hat band on him. Put his nose in. Isn't he adorable? And now we're going to glue these. Now we're going to glue all these in together. Now we're going to watch me struggle with my hands here. Alright. Do not put, if you make these, do not put glue on these tabs. We're just gluing the vellum. So I'm just going as close to these little edges as I can to hold the vellum in place. Dot, 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 not a lot, is what Stephanie Bernard would say. You don't have to hit every little spot. You just need it so that the piece of vellum will lay on it. I can go a little higher than that with it. There we go. So we got that one glued, and I'm going to train it a little so it does a little bit of a curve. There we go. And then these little tabs go into the little slots right there. Just like so. If you have dexterity problems, this might be a little tricky for you. Because it's so much easier, I think, to do it this way. Don't put these in until the end, because... And now, if you really wanted to glue them in, you could now. But you don't have to. That's what the notches are for, so you don't have to do that. I glued the ones on the back. But I did it differently. Alright, let's finish these babies. Let's finish these up. Gluing, gluing, gluing. I'm so glad y'all came and hung out, saw me on, and came on with me, because I was sitting here going, I want to craft with somebody. I want to craft with somebody. Help. Is there somebody? Is there anybody out there? Help. I need somebody help, not just anybody. Hey, 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 hey. Make sure it's inside of there, like that. There we go. And you try to keep the glue off, like right there. I can see that vellum. I can see the glue coming through the vellum. So maybe do a little bit less glue there. But let's do all these. See, now if you're recording a video, I don't have a way to edit. My brain just isn't like... I will come like the first of the year. I think I'm gonna have Filmora again. And then I'll be able to do my video editing and all that. And then, yeah, so like, I'll try to do voiceovers. I stink at voiceovers. I don't like doing them. I have better conversations when I'm actually conversing with people. You know, real time. Real time, people, real time. Alright, there we go. We got another one. This is almost as good as ASMR to put you to sleep, ain't it? Dot, 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 dot. I'll just whisper and tap and whisper and tap. And then I'll jolt you awake with my laugh. Yeah, so if you guys are into crafting stuff and you haven't checked out Anne, why don't you type in #peeps, and that'll show your link, so if anybody wants to see what you're up to, they can find you. So I'm just gonna put this in there like that. Almost done, guys. We only got 2 more to put the vellum on, and then okay, wait a minute. That piece didn't come out of there. I almost missed that. There we go. I'm trying to move quickly, but I'm not a quick mover. I think I'm not going to do as much glue as I did on it. I say that and then I keep gluing. I'm not going to put as much glue, and then I just keep on gluing. Get that paper glued on. Glue on. My brain is singing rawhide, but I'm saying glue. Rollin', 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 get them doggies rollin', rawhide. Now, if I want to make the nose more dimensional, I can always color that orange and put it on top of it, and it'll bring it out even more. But I'm not worried about the dimension there, because I think this belly is going to have plenty of dimension. That should be good. Alright, guys, we're almost done with our project. I'm so glad y'all joined me. It was getting a little lonesome. It's like, is there anybody out there? Wah, 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 wah. Wish I could think of some songs aside from rollin', 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 get them doggies going. Alright. Yeah, so Denise, I think we should just do our pop-ups, if you're still listening, if you're not on a run or have to take care of a patient or anything. I think our pop-ups should just be that, pop-ups. You know, the nighttime ones, when you're not working and you're up to coming on. Not something that we're committing to, because I really kind of, I don't know, my brain is like, never mind, guys, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Denise, I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Alright, guys, we're almost done. Oh, I should have colored them blue. And there'll be a different color once the, okay, this needs to come down further. Why is it? Or not. I don't know how it's supposed to, oh, it doesn't stand up. That's what the whole thing is for. Do, Linda. It doesn't stand up. This just pops right in there. This one just pops right in here. Maybe. And this one pops right in there. And this one pops up into the top of the other. You just put your little tea light in there. What did I do with the tea light? Did I leave it? I didn't leave it in the bat, did I? I thought I took it out of the bat. Yeah, it's not in the bat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys, that's the only one I have. Where'd it go? It's ready to go, George. It's ready to go. There it is. I found it. And then you take your little tea light, or whatever light you're putting in there. And just get it in there like that. Close that up. And you turn your lights off so you can see it. I'm going to turn the actual big light off too for a second, and then I'll turn it back on. That way you guys can see it in all its glory. So give me a second. I'm going to flip the switch. I'm going to let it off for a second, and then I'm going to turn it back on, okay? So that way you guys can see it. Isn't that cute? Isn't that precious? I think I'm gonna cut some of them out and go beat on my son's door around Christmas time and say, I want craft time with the kids. That's it. I've had enough no craft time with the kids. They're his stepkids. They're little girls. You know they gotta love to craft. They should be crafting. I think they do. Their mom does a lot of crafting with them. And did I just break my switch? Okay, there we go. It's off. Anyway, so thoughts, guys? What's your thoughts on all that? You can glue the. I think after you know for sure that that's exactly how you want them. I would glue these pieces down here to keep them on. But there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for hanging out with me and crafting with me. I didn't want to be alone, and you guys stopped my lonesome. So since nobody's really chit-chatting, I'm going to go ahead and go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Hope you enjoyed the show. I don't know the rest of the words, but good night, sweetheart. Good night.